Hey everyone, Board Game Brody here with Let's Table It, where we get games to the table like Next Station Tokyo. This is a flip and write game similar to its predecessor, Next Station London, which I have played, and Next Station Tokyo is published by Blue Orange Games. Now, enough of the intro, let's get this game to the table. Each player will take a map of Tokyo and one colored pencil to start. The game is for up to 4 players, but when having less than 4, you will place the remaining pencil on a space between players as the colors matter and will be passed around from round to round. You will use all 4 colors. The object of the game is to score points by optimizing subway routes that you are forming within Tokyo. You will be planning 4 different routes, each one being added in each round of the game. Each player starts with a color which distinguishes it from future subway routes, which will be made in different colors. But at the end of the game, each player will have 4 routes of 4 different colors. On each sheet of paper, there are 13 total districts. Each have several possible stations in them. There are 9 main districts and 4 secondary districts located in the corners of the paper. Stations are represented by a square, a triangle, a pentagon, or a circle. You will already see a green loop line that is the central subway line, and it will place some restrictions on how you make your subway lines in the future. There are 11 station cards that are shuffled up and placed in a deck. At the beginning of each round, you will start on the station that matches the color of your current pencil. Turns are done simultaneously with all players. Each are working on a different colored subway line. The first card is flipped over and all players will draw a line from their starting station to another station of the same type shown on the revealed card. You always will have to follow a dotted line, but never go through a dotted line. You cannot visit the same station twice of the same color. You cannot cross another drawn line of the same color. And you cannot make the same connection twice. And you will always continue drawing a line from either endpoint of your current line system. This is unless you flip over the railroad switch card, which will change that up. Doing this, you will immediately flip over the next card, and you can now connect to that shape from any station on your system, not just using the endpoints. When a joker card is flipped over, you can connect to any station you'd like, and with the line, you can draw alongside another placed line of a different color. There can only be a maximum of 2 colors per connection. Cards will continue to be flipped over with all players making lines until 5 green cards have been revealed. This can take you from 5 to 10 cards to get to the 5 green cards out in that one round. You will then score your line, counting how many different districts you have connected into, and then multiplying that number by the highest number that you have within one of the districts. The next round proceeds with the cards being shuffled again, and players pass their pencils to the player on their left, and they receive the new color from the player on their right. You will play 4 rounds, but you also need to know, how to score points when forming your routes, because that's what the game is all about. Again, you will multiply the number of districts visited by the most visited stations in one district for each route. There is a green central line around the city for each station this is connected to that is not visited by any route in the game, then it's -3 points each. When 2 or more color routes meet at a station, you will score more points. When 3 colors meet, including possibly the green route, you will score 5 points. When 4 colors meet at a station, you will score 15 points. And when 5 colors meet all at the same station, you will gain 30 points. Now also, if an interchange is made outside of the middle area of the city, you will also be granted points. If you form an interchange around the outside area, you will score an additional 5 points, marking it off. If doing this on the corner stations, you will score an additional 10 points, marking it off. In addition, there are shared objectives placed out. 2 are randomly chosen, and you can score 10 points for completing those objectives. As you play the game, you can add in the advanced modules to make the game a little bit more complex. The shared objective cards will add some strategy to the game. There are 5 different cards, which gives you some direction when playing the game. You might score points for gaining at least 4 tourist stamps by making an interchange station with at least 4 different subway lines. connect to every station on the green loop line, connecting lines to at least every district in the city, or drawing your lines so that you have all 8 stations in the middle used up. Special stations can be added as well. There is a pile of 4 face-down blue cards, 4 face-down orange cards. Each round, a new card is revealed from the top of each pile, and those cards link together, and whenever the same symbol is revealed that matches the blue card, then all players can use the special effect shown on the orange card. All the possible effects are optional, and it can be used or not be used. The orange abilities are the railroad switch, so that you can add a line from the middle of your route when this happens. A joker and double rail track card, so that you can do that ability when that blue symbol matches it. This is the extension. If used, you will draw a line like usual, but then you can draw a second section directly after the first one. The second line needs to continue to connect to another station or of whatever symbol that might be there, but it's going to continue of whatever mark you did. This is the double station, where you can draw to the station with the matching symbol as normal, but then you will circle that station with a dotted line, and it will count as 2 stations at the end of that round for scoring purposes. And, well, that's Next Station Tokyo. It's a fast and quick game, strategic flip and right game by Blue Orange Games. It's similar to Next Station London, except this version adds some different modules to add in the game, making it different. The game is different each time you play, as cards come out randomly. Sometimes you will flip over the green cards on the first 5 cards, making a very short route, while other times you can get towards the end of those cards and make more longer routes. But really, everyone is working with the same luck factor, so although one game might be different from another, when competing within the game, everyone is on the same playing field. Each route scores separately, but also they have, aspects where they will score together, like making interchange stations with multiple lines coming together, or by slowly getting to every station on the green loop line so you don't score those negative points, or by extending your routes to stations outside of the center and making those as interchange stations, scoring additional points. I do like the objectives in the game, as it gives you some direction to work towards, instead of just randomly doing things. But then with the added special station cards, you have more options to do even more things. And you will have to make more choices to see if you would rather do one thing over another thing. Sometimes it becomes harder too. It's a great design that spans from kids to adults, so we like playing this one because everyone can do it and everyone enjoys it. Think of it like Pixar movie. It's for kids, but there are some added elements in there for the adults. Again, this is Brody with Let's Table It, where we get games to the table, like this one. Please like and subscribe to our channel. We are new and working hard to bring to you videos like this one, so that you know if these games are one that you want to get to your own table.